Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? My name is Samantha, and I am the Boho Witch here on YouTube and Artsy Mouse over on Instagram. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. You're definitely in the right place to make some magical crafts, watch witchy unboxings, and learn aspects of the craft itself. So sit back, relax, subscribe, and stay a while. Also, hit that bell so you never miss out on another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a recipe I've made to make some mulled wine. For a non-alcoholic beverage, go ahead and substitute out the wine for apple cider. For my spice blend, I'm going to be using the spices cinnamon, star anise, clove, some dried orange slices, you can also use fresh if you have some, and allspice. You'll also need a tablespoon measuring spoon, an optional bag and rolling pin, and the main ingredient is the wine. Now, I am just using a big box of Cab Sav because I'm going to be making it for my whole entire family for Christmas. You're also going to need a big pot. So to start off with, you're going to want to pour your wine into your pot. Now, if you are using a box like me, you're going to want to be very careful with this. I did a bunch of research online to see what type of wine was the best wine, and they said to try to pick one that is oaky and not a fruity one. So the first spice we're going to add in is allspice. For a good mulled wine recipe, you want to add in 1 tablespoon of spices for every liter. Now, this box has about 5 liters in it, and I have 5 different herbs, so I'm going to add in a tablespoon of each. Now I'm also going to be taking this one step further and making it a magical mulled wine instead of a mundane one. So for every spice that I add in, I'm going to bless and charge it with my intention. So right now I'm blessing and charging the allspice for luck. I'm also asking the spirit that resides inside of it to bring forth the energy of luck to any and all who drink this beverage. I'm also asking the 5 elements of spirit, air, earth, fire, and water to also bless and charge this allspice. Feel free to say whatever you want when you are putting your intention into these herbs, or if you want, just skip this step entirely. The next thing we're going to add in are some orange slices. Now these ones are dried because I just had them lying around. The first time I ended up making mulled wine, I used fresh orange slices, so we'll see how this one turns out with the dried orange ones. I will also keep all of you updated in the comments below. I blessed and charged the orange for happiness and joy. Our next spice that we are going to add is going to be star anise. Now, I didn't end up adding this one in my first recipe, but I decided to add it into this one. I blessed and charged the anise for protection and health, and asked that the spirit that resides inside of it to bring forth these energies to any and all who drink this beverage. After that, we are going to add in some cloves. Now, if you're not making a whole entire box of wine like I am, and you're just doing 1 bottle, I would suggest still measuring out 1 tablespoon of each of these herbs, grinding them up and adding them in together, then scooping out 1 tablespoon and adding it to your bottle. For the clove, I blessed it with love and community, and for anyone that drinks it to come closer together as a family. And the final spice that we will be adding is cinnamon. And this is also where the bag and rolling pin come into play. So you have 2 options for the cinnamon sticks. You can add them whole to your mulled wine, or you can put them inside the bag and crush them up a bit. And for those of you at home who are thinking about using powdered cinnamon, I would definitely not use that because I feel like it would add too much grit to the wine, and I feel like you could over-cinnamonize it. I don't know if cinnamonize definitely isn't a word, but I just used it. There you go. And PSA, you definitely don't need 2 or 3 of these sticks. I had a lot of leftovers, so you probably just need to crush up 1. And this is what it should look like after it's crushed up a little bit. So here I measured out 1 tablespoon of the cinnamon and I charged it for prosperity. And if you really like cinnamon just as much as I do, you can add a whole nother stick just for fun. Alright, now that all of our herbs and spices are in there, I just wanted to give it one more intentional stir. Definitely stir it clockwise because you want to bring things in. When you stir things counterclockwise, that's banishing or taking things away. So this is a good prosperity, health, abundance mulled wine, so we want to stir it clockwise so we can bring things in. Now we're going to take our little pot of joy over to the stove where we are going to put it on low heat for about 1 hour until it simmers and gets really aromatic. If you want, you can turn it on medium-low heat to let it heat up really quickly, and then turn it on low heat after it starts to simmer a little bit, because we don't want to boil off any of that delicious alcohol in there. If you're making this non-alcoholic with apple cider, you don't have to worry about that as much. So I let mine sit for about 1.5 hours simmering on the stove because it didn't become aromatic till about 1 hour and 20 minutes in, so I gave it a little bit of extra time. Now, I guess the traditional way to drink mulled wine is warm, like how I'm pouring it here. You can add in extra cinnamon sticks, I also added in some extra orange slices, or you can chill it in the fridge. Now, this is my favorite way to drink red wine. I like red wine cold. I know I might be weird, but I don't care. But for the sake of the video, it looks really, really good when it's all steamy and fresh. And you may be somewhere where it's already snowing and it's cold outside. Here, I'm in Hawaii and it's pretty much always eternal summer, so I like my red wine cold. Alrighty guys, well that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and learning how to make mulled wine. I know I haven't had a witchcrafting video in a while, so thanks for bearing with me until I got this one out. If you have any questions or comments for me, definitely leave them down below, and also let me know if you guys ended up making this mulled wine, because that would be really, really cool. Make sure to like and subscribe and all that jazz if you haven't already. And as always, be kind to each other, do what you will, but harm none. Alright, happy holidays.